Hello, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the horror bar. So today's video we are doing a review on the Mezco 112 Predator. Now this should have been an unboxing really, but I got this at the beginning of last week and I couldn't do an unboxing, but I had to open the box because I wanted to make sure it was the correct one that I ordered and everything. So I couldn't do the video and the review and the unboxing then, as because I was working, so I couldn't fit it in between work and doing a proper unboxing review of this. And then I did actually take everything out and did a review, a full review video of this, but the way the video turned out, somewhat went wrong with it, and it didn't end up obviously saving it and uploading it because it just didn't go right. So I ended up having to put everything back in the box, and so because I do like to show on camera everything what comes in the box and how it looks when it's inside the box, in case anybody obviously wants to get this product for themselves, just to make sure that they've got all the pieces what are in there, what you're supposed to get, which is basically it's just all correct and everything. So this is the review. So as I've just said, I've already done a review on it, but the video didn't come out properly, so it didn't get uploaded. So I know what it looks like and everything. I'm happy with it. Well, I'm more than happy with it. I'm really pleased and glad that I've got it, but there's a couple of little issues with it which really put me off in that video as well. And that was another reason why I didn't upload the video, because it sort of put a big downer on it, because it just put me off the full thing. But it's been sitting on the shelf for about 4 days, and every time I'm looking at it and I'm loving it more and more. So I'm glad that I've got it. I'm glad that it's in the collection, but I am going to go over the couple of things that I do not like about it. But it's not put me off this figure. Like I said, it put me off on the video when I was filming it and doing a review of it. It was putting a downer on it, so I didn't want to put it out there basically. So we're starting again fresh. So this is the front of the box, and you turn it around and you can see the side there of the actual figure itself, and the back as well. So it shows everything what you get with this. So you get quite a few things with it, but most of the stuff what you get with it you're actually going to be sticking on the actual Predator itself. Turn it the other way around, you can see that's the other side with the actual mask on, not the mask off. And we'll take it out now. So there's 2 layers as not usual with Mezco. So the bottom layer is the base. These instructions with this as well, because these magnets you've got to put in. So luckily I've already done all that, because like I said, I've already done the video, but I didn't upload it. So these you put on with the base, so you can see you get the actual stand, you get the grabber, and you get the bag, and that's where the batteries was in there. I'll take this top layer off now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get everything out, lay it all out on the bar so we can get a better look at it as well, a better review of it. Some of the pieces are falling out already, so I'll bring the camera up so you can see it better how it all falling out. So you can see everything it comes with. So you get the hands, you get the necklaces, a change of mouthpiece, the mask, the helmet I mean, the little cannon, the little extra little bit you can put at the end of the cannon, and obviously the figure itself, which looks absolutely fantastic. And also you get the skull with the spine attached to it. You get the medical kit, and you get the change of blades. You get longer blades and shorter blades. So we'll get everything out now and we can get a better look at it. Right, so look at the figure itself first. So straight out the package, it looks absolutely fantastic. I love the paintwork on it. I think the paintwork is really good on it. I've seen some reviews on it where they say the paint is sort of lacking. I don't think it is at all. Then the eyes look absolutely fantastic as well. You can see them eyes, and they're super tiny as well. And this Mezco 112 scale figure is actually bigger than your normal ones, because it is the Predator, so it has to be taller than your normal Mezco figures, but that head sculpt is absolutely fantastic. I'm really liking it. You can see that the mouth is open. You can change the mouthpiece. I can't even talk anymore. You can take the mouthpiece out and swap it with another mouthpiece. That's one of the issues that I have with this figure. But first, we'll just go over the head first quickly. You can see that the eyes look absolutely fantastic in there, really nicely painted. The dreads as well. The dreads feel really good as well. They feel like it's a real like soft rubbery plastic that they've used. It feels like you could easily just pull it out, so you just want to go careful with it. But I like where they've done it this way, because it's easy to move and stuff, where it's not stiff or out. It's all like sort of individual, which is really nice. The fact that it's all individual, it's just not all stuck together. The neck joint is really nice as well. The head movement on this is absolutely fantastic. The way he moves his head, I just absolutely love it. You get him into really good poses with this. Just the head movement alone, just have him looking up, just looks absolutely fantastic. I'm absolutely loving the head movement on this. Now the other movement, the arms and everything is not fantastic. It's only got a single bend in the elbow, but the arms come up pretty good. I mean, you're not going to be getting in really crazy poses anyway, to be fair. Well, I'm not anyway. To go over the body looks really good as well. They've got like this netting over the actual figure itself. I think this would have been better sculpted. I do like it, the fact that they've added the netting and everything, because I love that they add materials to figures and stuff. This is why I absolutely love these Mezco ones, because the paint and the sculpting and the fact that they use real material and stuff is just, I absolutely love. But yeah, I think this should have been sculpted, because it's a bit baggy in certain areas, and then when you're bending the arm, I'd be worried about it trapping this actual webbing and then breaking. So that's the only thing I don't like about it, but it does look really good. So if they couldn't sculpt it, I do prefer the fact that they've done this to work, because it just makes it look more realistic. The armor and everything that they've done, it looks really good. You can see they've done some real good detail on there, and you've got the little pipe as well connected from certainly from the chest to the top of his shoulder of his armor. You want to be careful with that, because that could easily snap off, so just go careful with that. But the armor and everything looks really nice. They've put like these little like I don't know what they're called, but if there should be some on his belly as well, and just below his actual pecs coming down, but there isn't any. It has him in the movie, so that's missing, but it does look good still. You can see he's got his little, I don't know what this is called either. It's where you can activate it to towards the end of the movie when he activates it. There's no light up on this, not that I know of anyway, because I've already put all the batteries in the areas what needs to have batteries. It would be nice though if they actually, let's close back up again. It would be nice if they actually added the actual some of the symbols in red, so you can actually see them. You can see it's just a blank screen. You turn it around, you can see again all that detail. You see where that's where the cannon connects as well. It just slides into that joint there. Really good detail on it. And this is material as well, his lower pants. This is plastic. This is plastic as well. All this armor is plastic. It does look convincing though to be actual metal. His mask, I think people call it the bio mask. I'm probably wrong, but I don't know. But the mask actually looks like it's metal, but it's not. It looks really good. This is his other arm where you can put the actual blades in. Now, you can't actually fit the blades in there. You can fit one of them in there at the bottom, but the top one, you just can't get it in there. So I might have to heat it up and maybe stick some in there just to stretch out a bit more. That's the only thing what's stopping it. It just seems it needs to be stretched out basically. You see the front of the belt as well looks really good. And his protector, his cup, the sides as well. These are a softer plastic. And the legs as well, and the boots. Not boots, these actual like flip-flops he has on. Again, with the bend in his knee, goes pretty far, but again, you just want to be careful. You're not going to trap that webbing. What the views, but you can see it's quite loose. It should have been about tighter, but then saying that, if it was probably tighter, then when you start moving this about, it'll probably end up breaking it. So that's probably why they didn't do that. You can see the sculpting and the paintwork on the feet looks really, really good. So yeah, this looks absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad that I've got it in my collection. I know some people will probably say this is not horror, or you only collect horror, but it's sort of on the sort of like, I don't know, it's like it's sort of nearly there in it to being a horror film, but it's more of an action film. But I like Predator, I like the movie, I like the first one. Didn't like the rest of them, but I really like the first one. So I really wanted to get it in my collection. And it does look pretty creepy, so it does sort of work in the collection. So yeah, that is the Predator. So it just looks absolutely fantastic when you just got him stood there and he's just sort of looking up to the side like that. That looks really, really good. I mean, look at the wow. That looks fantastic. Yeah, the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm absolutely loving it. Right, we've got to mention the negatives now. Usually, there's not really any negatives, to be fair, that I can find with Mezco up to now. And this is my 6th Mezco figure now. I'm trying to get all the horror line. I'm getting there slowly. I think I've got about another 5 to go. But yeah, I've never really had any negative things to say about one, but this one I do have. So we start off with the swap of the actual front of his mouth. So you can see when you bring it down there like that, you can see that big massive gap there. You can't do anything about it. You can't bring it forward anymore, but the seam line is not too bad at the sides. It's just that top. That top just looks awful. And that was one of the things what really put me down on the video. Because when I first got it out, I looked at it and I thought, wow, this is real good. I saw that and that was it. It just put a downer on it for the rest of the video. It just put me off all the time. But when you pause it in certain ways, you can't really see it. So, I mean, it looks really, really good still. So, but it's like that because you can remove it. Now, I think Mezco, what they should have done is actually have it just permanently attached and just give this actual 3 heads to swap out. I don't know if that would have affected the price, but I'd rather have had that than the actual seam line that we've got here. And the other thing, what was the other thing? There was something else. I can't remember what the other thing was. There was something else I didn't like about this figure. I think it was to do with a cannon, but I've watched another video of somebody reviewing it and you could move the cannon. So I'll bring the cannon in a minute and I'll show you what I mean. But we'll swap that mouth out and we'll put the closed mouth on so you can see how that looks. So you can see how that looks. Again, looks really, really good. But again, you can see that seam line is really bad. I don't understand why they've let it be as bad as it is. Surely they've looked at it and thought that looks too bad. That we're gonna have to do something else, but they didn't. So yeah, it's a big negative really, but I can look past it because, like I said, if you get it in certain positions and the movement and everything, it looks really good like there, like that. That looks fantastic. So you can sort of look past that. Also, I wish as well, this got released I think in 2021, and obviously a lot of the older Mezco figures, they ain't much accessory wise stuff with it, and to be fair, they ain't tons with him. Most of the accessories what you get with this one is what you already attached to him. So I really wish that they actually added the actual one of the characters out the movie, the one what's been skinned, and then maybe a tree as well, so you can add it off the tree, and you could have had that in the background of this. That would have looked absolutely awesome. So yeah, I really wish that they did something like that. Again, it would have put the price up, but I think it would have been well worth it. that would look absolutely awesome on the shelf with the actual skinless body behind him. So yeah, that's like one of the major negative things I don't like about it. But again, I can look past it because, like I said, I've had it on the shelf for a few days and I really like it. So that is the Predator. So what we'll do now, we'll get all the accessories in, and then towards the end, I'll show you obviously the swap out head, and we'll put the head on, and we'll also put everything on him as well, because you need to put the bracelets and everything on him and his cannon and that. So we'll get on with the accessories next. Right, so we'll start with the cannon first. So one of the issues that I had with this is that this bit would not move for me at all, but I've seen other reviews and it moved. So I don't know why this one is not moving. I dare even try and do it because it's super tight. So that was one of the negative things that I didn't like about it, because once you've put this cannon on his shoulder, literally this bit of the cannon, the gun bit, is literally right in his face. But I've seen other reviews of this figure and this top bit actually moves to the side, but I just cannot move it. And you can see it's only thin plastic, so I don't want to force it. And you can see the wire is attached to it, because that's where it actually, because it is a light up feature. But I can't see how it would. Just don't want to. It don't want to do it at all, and you can't bend it that way. But it should move at the top there, just at the top there. It should be able to just slide it across, but I can't do it. But yeah, this bit comes out, so that's where you put the light up feature in. So there's two of these. So this one is the medical kit, I think. It must be, because otherwise it would have lit up. So you can open it and you can see all that detail in there. That looks crazy. That looks like you can actually take them out. There's bits of paint on my fingers. I thought I got it all off because I've been painting the actual fence today. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. Just looks like you can take them out, but you can't. So yeah, that's so you can use that to put it in there, or you can use the actual light up feature. Now I think there is an on and off switch on here somewhere, so I don't know if this top bit as well comes off, because again I watched another review and I don't know if it just slides, because it's on straight away. There we go. So you got an on and off switch there, which is super tiny, so it's on at the moment. So if we just put that back on, just slide this in, and the light up should come on straight away. There we go. It's a bit temperamental. There we go. So you can see it's pretty bright. Just shine it in your eyes. Looks pretty cool, that. So, and you've got the little blaster as well, so you can put the blaster in. Now the blaster only sort of just rests in there, so you can see how that looks though, how effective that is. So we'll just turn it off. So I've just been leaving it on, but I'm going to turn it off now, because like I said the first time, I thought there was no on and off switch on this, but obviously there is. The only thing with these Mezco things, they're just so fiddly because they're so tiny. Here we go. Just switch that off. Yeah, you want to be careful with that little switch as well, because that looks like you could easily snap that off because it's so small. So we'll put them to the side because we've looked at them. So the next thing we'll look at, you got one of these like bracelet sort of things. This will go around his actual waist area. Well, around his shoulder and his waist area, if you know what I mean. It looks like it's a span. And the sculpting and everything looks really good. Painting again looks good. I just wish it was a bit more weathered, so I might actually weather that myself. And you got some more. And that's the other ones that you get. Again, looks really, really good. Really good detail, because they are super tiny. I just think they need a bit more weathering to them. And the last one, what actually goes around his neck. Turn it the right way around, you can see there. All that detail again. Just needs a bit more weathering to it. So they all look really good when it's all set up. And you get two hands, two fisted hands. Again, sculpting there, the paintwork is really nice on there, real nice and clean. See them fingernails. The other two, like sort of like reaching out sort of hands. Again, look really good. And last one. So the blades, there's not much going on with the blades. I'll just bring in one of them. So that's one of the longest ones. You get two long ones and two short ones. Just pretty much just silver. They are plastic and they're not solid. So, but still, you want to be careful you're not snapping them off, especially when you try and actually put them on. This is the actual skull with the spine attached to it still, and it looks really good. I don't know if I'm going to add any more blood to this because it does look really good like this right now. Really gory. Looks really wet as well because they've glossed it all up. Does fit in his hand as well. Do a little bit of a close-up on this mouthpiece. So I really wish as well that they added a bit more veinage to the actual mouth. Looking at it upside down. There we go. But it does look good. I mean, it looks a bit glossy. I think I'd make it a bit more glossier though. And we'll come on to the head, the swap out. Right, so this is a swap out head, and this looks absolutely fantastic. Sculpt and paintwork on this helmet is really, really nice. It looks literally like real metal to me, and it's not. Again, you can see them dreads are really nicely done. You can just see how easy they are just to move. Really, really good. And this mask does come off, so you can actually access it to actually put your batteries in. So your batteries go in there, and you've got your little light up feature. So again, it's a little tiny button. So we just slide that across. Put the helmet back on. Just snaps on because it's magnetized. You can see how that looks. Looks really, really good. I really wish that was. You can sort of see it, can't you? I just wish it was more of like an actual laser. That would have been awesome. That just looks really good though. That mask is. That's just next level to me. For the size that it is, it just looks like real metal. And we'll just turn that off. So again, easy enough to do because it is on a magnet. Just want to be careful of that little switch though. And just snaps on nice and easy. So the base that it comes with, it just says Predator on it. Just plain base, but I like it. And I always use these. I know a lot of people don't use them, they don't see the point of them, but I use them because I just want my figure to be extra basically secure on the shelf so they don't fall off the shelf, because they are still expensive, these Mezco figures. So that's how I usually have mine, on the shelf, and then I'll have him obviously have the grabber just grabbing hold of his waist. So what we'll do now, we're going to set everything up, but I won't do it on camera, and then obviously in the last shot you'll see it all set up and how it looks. Right, so we finally got it set up. So I found another fault with it. The cannon is so fiddly to get it on his shoulder, but once you've done that, it's even worse trying to actually get the connector in to connect it to light up. So obviously for the end of the video, I wanted the cannon to be lit up as well as the actual biomask, because that is lit up, you can see. But the cannon, it's very temperamental. The actual back bit, it doesn't seem to connect to the actual metal connectors inside to actually access the actual layout properly. I was messing with this as well, and I've actually pulled it off on the top of this. So there is a little piece of plastic where it just basically just pushes through. So it comes loose now when I move it about. So what I'm gonna have to do is just get some permanent glue and just glue it in place, and it won't move again. Because I was trying to move it, because you can see what the cannon is. It's just towards his face all the time. So when you've got moving his face about, it's really close. You should be able to like move it across over here, but you just can't. But the layout feature is not working properly anyway. Like I said, it's temperamental. It comes on when it wants to come on, and when you move it about, you take it off, put it back on, take it off, put it in, and it'll just start working, and it'll just go off again. So again, that's another fault. But apart from that, I still love it. I'm not really into the layout features anyway, so it does look good at the time, especially for taking photos and stuff, but it's not something I'm going to be using all the time anyway, so I'm not that bothered. I'm thinking about just taking this off anyway and leaving it off instead of having it on. In theory, it needs to be on though, because I watched a movie a couple of weeks ago, and when he's all basically in the jungle ready to hunt, he has the cannon on his shoulder. The only time he takes the cannon off is when he takes his mask off as well. So in theory, it needs to stay where it is, but you can see how that looks, and he's got the skull in his hand as well. So this is how I'm going to be displaying it on the shelf anyway, looking like this, because I love this mask. I think it just looks absolutely fantastic. You can zoom in there we go. So yeah, I absolutely love it again, but there is defaults of it. If you can look past that, it is a really good figure. And yeah, so that is the Mezco 112 Predator figure. So I'm going to stick him back on the shelf. So I've already got the place where I'm going to be putting him. So I'm going to I'll move him over there now. Hopefully I don't knock anything off, and he stays where he is. What I'm going to do. This is going to be hard, isn't it? I'm going to stop the video and I'll show you. Right, so this is how I'm going to have him set up. So I've got the picture already, what I printed out, and I think that picture looks absolutely fantastic. Looks really good. So yeah, this is how I'm going to have him out on display. So I'm going to have the actual mask as well out. Not the mask, the actual face sculpt as well, because I like it. It looks really good. And then I can easily just swap them out when I want to. So yeah, he's right next to Pennywise and Michael Myers. So in theory, I know people would probably say, why haven't you got him next to Alien? But I like it away from Alien because it's such a tall piece. And Alien's about the same size, but Michael Myers is very short compared to the Predator one. I'll move them a bit closer so you can see the size difference. So this is why I've got them spread out. So you got Pennywise, what's sort of like flying in the air. So that works. So you can see the size difference. So that's why I wanted it like that. So it's sort of like you got one tall one there, smaller one, tall one. He's sort of like tall because he's flying in the air. You got a tall one and a smaller one. So yeah, that is about it. So hopefully you've liked this video. Hit the thumbs up for us, please. Subscribe if you've not subscribed. Leave a comment. Tell me if you've got this figure and if you're happy with it. I'm happy with it, like I said, but there's a couple of little issues with it. So again, thanks for watching. Bye bye.